Hello and welcome, beautiful star, to this reading and to a new year. Of course, whenever you are tuning in, this message will reach you, but we are tapping to the energy of the new year here for January 2023. Welcome back. It's been a little bit of time since I've done a reading, and it feels like it's been quite a while. So, miss you all. Happy to be here. Excited to tune in, to tap in, and to begin a brand new year with you. So today, yes, we are doing an overlook for some of the major changes and things that are coming in 2023 for you. So we're taking a look at your 3 C's, the 3 areas that most people inquire about. So we're going to look at your career, that includes your goals, your aspirations, things that you want to accomplish and do, your connections, whether it be platonic, business, familial, or romantic. And then we'll look at what changes or what's coming in your way, major changes coming in your way in 2023 here. And before I show you the piles, just want to make a quick note that there is a universal message that Spirit wanted me to convey this morning that to include with this reading. I would do that after I show your piles. So for those of you who feel called to or inclined to stick around for the message, that will be done right after the pile choosing. And then for those who are ready to jump into the piles, I'll show you the piles. You can go to the timestamps and jump right into your reading. But let's show you your options, and then I will convey that message that Spirit really wants to get across. All right, so we have 4 piles today for pile 1. And what we're doing is I'm just going to show you the card backs of each card group. And then from there, you can close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. When you open your eyes, you can let your intuition see which pile or pile pulls or calls out to you or pulls you into that pile. And then that's your intuition calling you to choose. All right, so pile 1, we have this oracle, this oracle, and this oracle. Okay, pile 2, we have, this oracle, this oracle, and this oracle. Okay, pile 3, we have this oracle, this oracle, and this oracle. All right, and pile 4, we have this oracle, this oracle, and this oracle. All right, lovely stars. So take your time to tune into your intuition and choose the pile or piles that call out to you. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear all this up and deliver the universal message, and then I'll see you in your piles. All right, lovely stars. So this message comes, well, the way it came through for me was from the dream realm, is how they deliver the message. And as I was kind of in between that, going from the sleeping to waking conscious state, that's when they slipped in the message. So, and the message is, the first image they gave me was the 9 of Wands or 9 of Staff in the tarot. And what that means, or the message I was getting with that was, so for some of you out there, you might be waiting on something, or you're persevering through something. That's the general energy of the 9 of Wands, but I can feel some of you are waiting on something. And yeah, it's a message of perseverance. You're almost there. Just keep at it a bit longer. Just persevere a little bit more. take some time to rest if you do need to, but you're very close, you're very on the edge. Either help is on the way, resolution, or some sort of finality, or yeah, resolution is coming to some result is coming. So yeah, whatever you've been waiting for, whatever you've been working at, whatever you've been struggling through, or situation that you've been enduring, just hold on a little longer. It's going to be coming to conclusion, or to revelation, or to some sort of resolve real soon. Okay, and in addition to that, the next message that came to that was, some of you may have been looking for signs or messages or synchronicities out there, or talking to your guides, even other, what I got was otherworldly entities as well, like say like extraterrestrials or something like that. And yeah, so trying to make contact, trying to communicate, maybe just trying to tap within your intuition to reach out and contact as well. But yes, you don't have to worry about it too much, because the message is going to come to you rather unexpectedly, or yeah, you can still continue looking for signs and synchronicities, but the messages or the answers or the signs you've been looking for may come suddenly or quickly. And what I got with the image of that was kind of like you hear like a clap of thunder in the sky, and next you hear the boom, right? And so it's like there's that slightest moment of delay, and then what I got afterwards was the rain just pouring down after the thunder. And this was not like a torrential kind of heavy feeling pouring of rain. It was more so a relieving kind of rain, like the rain that you get, or like the feeling that I got was like the kind of like the flourishing or the calm after the storm. Like in a desert rain, you get that huge torrential downpour, and afterwards everything flourishes. It's this very calming, serene, relieving kind of feeling. I think it might potentially, for some of you, tie back to the beginning we were talking about holding out, persevering, and waiting for resolution. And and in this process, perhaps this entire message ties in together. Take the pieces separately if that applies to you separately, but the message seems to be coherent here with anticipating, waiting, enduring a situation, or waiting for something, or a resolution, or a gift, or a present, something coming, and then looking for signs and synchronicities and not finding it, getting a bit discouraged. But then suddenly out of nowhere, like a clap of thunder, you hear the boom, and with the slightest moment's delay, next you hear it. You get the reverberation of the sound throughout the land, and then you get the rain and the relieving. So it's on its way, and it's going to feel very calming, very resolving is what I'm getting. All right, that was the universal message. So yeah, they slipped that in the dream form. So feel free to claim it if it resonates for you. I hope that it's helpful for some of you out there. And let's get into your reading. Hello, Group 1 or Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. All right, so this is the format we have here. We have your career, what's coming for your career, your connections, whether it be platonic or otherwise, or romantic. And we have what changes or what's coming in the future here in 2023, or big or major significant changes. All right, so let's start with your career here. Okay, so what's coming for their career for Pile 1, please, Spirit? So we have the Drowned King. Okay, so we have something waiting to be discovered. So in regards to the career for pile 1, please, there's some letting go of a certain aspects of control. Yes, in the aspect of career, what is this in regards to? Perhaps some of you are holding higher boss managerial position, but it's in regards to letting out the old and bringing in the new. Something's been established. When we talk about the Drowned King in Alchemy, we're talking about drowning of the ego to arise and emerge as something greater, something benevolent, and that ego has to be sloughed off, or has to be transmuted, altered. Alchemy. But I see something greatly emerging, and it's almost going to be like bubbly or effervescent, something. So it's, when it comes to your career, it's not only letting go of restrictions that will let you rise, almost kind of like a sea king out from the depths and then emerging like almost like a statue, and but like a live sea king, like image of like Triton or Poseidon or things like that, of that nature, rising from the depths. And there's something that has to be let go of, some sort of control aspect is primarily what I'm getting clear, or repeated over that. What is the in regard to this control here, Spirit? Is it in... Okay, we might need some clarification for that. Okay, so there's that energy. We'll go back to it and do a clarification in a little bit. Or should we do clarification now? Let's see. Now, let's clarify now, actually. Okay, so what is it that needs to be let go of for you to kind of rise and come out from the depths, and emerge from the depths? Is what we're getting. So part of that ego is control. Maybe having too much control of a project or how things want to turn out. Or wanting things to turn out a certain way. Let's explore what is it that needs to be let go of. Okay, so we have the moon with imagination and perception. Okay. It's a matter of going deep into the subconscious. 10 of Feathers with recovery and transformation. Definitely tricky mental aspects of control that is more like plaguing you or bothering you. Rather than kind of confining you. And we have the Knight of Feathers or Knight of Swords with action and focus. Okay, let's see here. Wow. Interesting. It's just got a sense of dizziness there. What is this in regards to, Spirit? Okay, so we know this is something you have to dig deep for, pile number 1. Some self-introspection is called for right now, and that is often what I'm picking up is that is not often easy to hear. It's like when we have to dive deep within ourselves to go to the depth of our subconscious to know, like, well, what is it about the control aspect that is still kind of hindering your life, right? It's is it micromanaging? Is it being too strict with yourself, being too confining, too restraining with yourself? I get for a lot of you, it's the mental kind of what's the thing where you jump hurdles, the mental hurdles that you have to jump over, that you have to navigate around. I see it's tricky for you because it's easy to follow your heart or your intuition, but then when the mind gets into it, it becomes a tricky situation where you end up limiting yourself in certain ways, or feeding to ego aspects of wanting things done a certain way, having authority, having control, having micromanagement over the career aspect. And we're speaking career in terms of a broad spectrum career here, right? We're just using the term career to encompass whatever you're working on, whether it's your job, your creative passions, your projects. Yes. But this part is a little whiny for me. So yeah, the advice in regards to this is to go into contemplation, go into reflection, in order to parse out these complications of your mind and of your ego that is keeping you from flourishing this career project, or this inspiration, or this talent, or whatever you want to bring forth and emerge from the depths. The Knight of Swords here. Okay. So we're talking about rashness and quick. Yes. It's not letting the mind run away with itself. It's the aspect of the Knight of Swords here that we're talking about. Yes, the Knight of Swords has two energies, or the light energy and the challenging energy. The light energy is being able to, get things moving forward with speed and clarity and precision. And the other aspect is wandering or mulling over the same thing, and then getting into the spiral where you're just confusing yourself, you're perplexing yourself. It's a cycle that needs to end, because as soon as you get I think you get the message. So it's more the mental state that you need to get yourself out of, and more into introspection and deep into your intuition to bring forth whatever you want to make emerge from your creativity, from your passion, from your inspiration, from your career path in your job as well. Okay, let's look into your connections here. We have guarded. Okay. And then we have rejection. Okay, well, this message couldn't be straightforward, any more straightforward. So in regards to connections, it's about letting down barriers. Okay, so yes, perhaps it is in the past, a lot of you encounter relationships that were one-sided, is what we're getting, or what you thought was going to be beneficial or was going to ignite and bloom into something else, but quickly died off or staved off. And what happens is that makes you more guarded, more on the fence about entering relationships, right? Feeling thorny, feeling protected, putting up a barrier, putting up a shield, literally a shield around your heart in this image here. And then at the same time, not allowing yourself to immerse in spontaneity, in creativity, in terms of exploring your options and in connecting with other people on a romantic level. And we're getting primarily romantic connections here, but also your connections in a more extroverted sense as well, that are not necessarily romantic. just being closed off to people because you have not had or you've had experiences with people that kind of put you off. It's like, oh well, I try to put my interest out there. I joined this group, and people are just not receptive, or they were kind of mean or cruel or whatever, or not very supportive. So it puts you off, basically, in terms of connecting with other people. So we're talking about both the extroversion aspect of yourself and on the romantic aspect of yourself too. Just thinking relationships were going to go one way or another, that it was going to be the it thing for you, but no. So so what is the advice in regards to this for 2023? Letting your guard down. Okay, primarily that's it. So in order to, if we locked ourselves up in a prison or a tower, then there is no opportunity for us to engage with others or to grow, right? If you're going to go about the same routine, doing the same thing every day, all the time, it needs to be switched up a little bit. And also, kind of, you don't have to open yourself fully. You don't have to wear your heart on your sleeve, but at least, remove the shields or remove the chains, the spikes around you, because if you don't, other people can't even approach you. So if that is something that you want, a potential that you want to connect with in regards to other people, other relationships, then the advice is to be a bit more open. Yes. Do we have this? No, that's pretty straightforward. I don't think that you really want me to pull a card for that one. Alright, so let's look into what's coming, or what major changes are on its way for you, Group 1. And we have the Laborer. Okay, what is this in regards to, Spirit? What's the next big major? Okay. Okay, so I hear it's going to be a year of a fair amount of work, but it's work that you're going to appreciate, because I think it links back to the career aspect here. Yes, it does. Okay, confirmation on that. Thank you. But because as you bring forth this emergence of this new project, no, actually not a new project, something deep from within, something profound, right? We like I said, we saw that king, that sea king arising from the depths. So whatever that's being brought forth in regards to your career primarily, it could be a side project too, because this is what's coming. It might be related to this for some of you, but for some others of you, it might be separate. But whatever is coming, it will require dedication, it will require effort. That's why it will seem like a lot of work. However, it will be very satisfying work, is what I'm feeling. Because the feeling we're getting here with this labor is that we see contentment, we see satisfaction, we see efforts that is put in, that is well received, and then it will be well rewarded. Yes, is the word that is coming up for me. It also reminds me of the rune of Fehu in the rune system, which is about abundance, but it's the abundance of having tend to the soil, the season, the cattle, whatever have you, that's brought you to where you are. So do expect good rewards for your effort and dedication, and the work that you put in. It is a fair amount of work. Yes, it is required of you, but in the end, it will feel satisfactory and you can reap its rewards from it. And let's draw a bit more detail on that. Can we get a bit more information in regards to, yeah, for pile 1 here, Spirit? Since we have kind of 2 groups here, for some of you it's maybe career. Let's see what others of you it's for. What is this major work or dedication or effort that, okay, we need one more shuffle. What is it that's going to be requiring a good amount of work, but at the same time satisfactory for pile number 1, Spirit? Thank you. And okay, let's see here. Yes, there we go. Okay, so we have, yes, the 10 of Cups. Okay. Talk about emerging again. Let's see here. And we have the Magician. Ta-da, here it is. That's what we're getting. And then we have 2 of Wands. Okay, perfect. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I'm going to shut this down a little bit so you can see this card here. So in regards to this project or whatever this major change that's coming, that's creating, that's requiring a lot of efforts, it's something you've been dreaming and wishing of or manifesting for a while now, or in the process of manifestation, or kind of law of attraction manifestation aspect. And oh wow, yeah. Okay, and we see it emerging. Okay, so two groups here. Okay, for the group that is in regards to career, we'll put the career group and the other group. Yes, so for those relating back to the career, yes, it's emerging, it's fulfilling, it's what you've been working on manifesting. You have all the tools, all the things in place, and it's going to burn bright. It's going to be a project that you say, aha, here it is, voila, here's the product, here's the result. Look at the great efforts I have put into this project. It's what we're getting. And it's going to be very fulfilling, satisfactory. But not only that, the other thing is, yes, we know some of you have been waiting for a while to see this come to fruition. And that's how manifestation works most of the time. It requires an amount of patience with it. The other aspect is, not only will this provide growth, emergence, wealth, abundance, satisfaction, it will allow you to look into other aspects of your life, explore other aspects of your life. For some of you, that could mean traveling abroad, going abroad, expanding your horizons, talking to new people that you never usually tend to associate with, or connecting or networking with people that you usually don't connect with. That's one aspect. And the other aspect is, like I said, some of you might be traveling abroad, some of you just looking to new horizons and new worlds. It's like, oh, I never look into the world of cooking, or I now look into the world of like tennis. So some of those examples are coming through. But yes, whatever it is, whatever efforts you put into, you will reap what you sow, and whatever effort you put in will be rewarded. And I want to draw now one clarification for the romantic relationship for most of you here. Can we get one final... No, they don't want me to look into it. Okay, well, never mind, just kidding. Okay, perhaps part of that is this is going to be looked more into. So in the future, I've done a lot of readings up to this point about self-development, empowerment, because in order to connect with others and really have fulfilling relationship, the most relationship that needs to be most fulfilling is with yourself, lovely stars. And now that we've gotten to that point, in the future we'll be doing more readings in regards to connections with others. Because I wanted to strengthen the foundation of the connection that you have with yourself first. But they do not want me to look more into this, so we are going to respect the message in regards to that. Just remember, be open, let yourself, you don't have to wear your heart on your sleeve, but let yourself be a little open so you can explore more potentials and connections with other people. That is in your connections sector. Yeah. All right. I believe that is all the messages, yes, we have for you, lovely stars. So great things to look forward to. Yeah, all of your hard work here. Just make sure you go intuitively and stop dizzying yourself with the mental aspect because you're just jumping in hurdles and going over and over in circles again. And great things to look forward to. All right, lovely stars, that was your reading. Great a way to kick off the new year, to look forward to things. If you enjoyed the reading, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already. I'm wishing you a wonderful magical day whenever and wherever you are. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. Shine bright. I will see you in the next reading. Bye, lovely stars. Hello, group 2. Welcome to your reading. All right, so you are a special group. You are the only group with a Lenormand. Well, kind of. The other group got kind of an Oracle Lenormand, but yours is the only one with a Lenormand. And yours is the only one with a lot of couple card. So far, I haven't done the group 3 or 4 yet. So anyways, we're going to look into your career aspect here for 2023. Your connections here, and a lot of when it comes out, and then what's coming, what changes, what significant or major changes are coming here. All right, so let's dive straight into it. We have you were born to create. So this career aspect here. Okay. And then we have heed the messengers. Okay. So this combination message together tells me that yes, you were born to create something big here on the planet. I see like the nails tingling on the glass here, or this glass egg. Oh, we also see the continents coming in here. I know it doesn't show that as here, but that's what I'm getting. This is North and South America as I'm getting, and this is the world that's coming through. Also a light shining aspect coming from the other realm, part of the globe here too. Yes, so you are here to create something big. So in 2023, what is the major? You're going to be getting downloads, you're going to be getting links, or some sort of guidance, either in terms of like partnerships with other people, or like mentors, or people who will connect you and link you with where your soul purpose needs to go, basically. Yeah, we're not talking about just simple career here. We use the term career loosely to indicate your inspiration, your passions, your project that is pervasive through all the group. But in your group specifically, what's coming in strongly here is more so, yeah, your destined purpose, destiny. Those excuse me, those words are coming through here. That's what they're pointing out. You're like this, spirit, quote unquote, planted you here, this cosmic dragon, starseed, to create big changes that are coming just around the bend here with this light coming around the world. It's yet to be seen. It's yet to be it's yet to proliferate, it's yet to explode, it's yet to make it seen, but it's coming around the bend, and it's going to glow up on every continent, on every and every collective consciousness being. So yes, in the meantime, yeah, I'm getting the message of waiting and hearing from your guides, your messengers. They will lead you there. You don't have to do anything extraneous or extra or exert a lot of effort. It's more about the patience, listening and tuning in, especially tuning to your angels, and doing your guides and getting yourself in these synchronicities. Let me rephrase this correctly. Getting yourself into the alignment of the energy that will allow you to recognize these signs, and Spirit will make them so clear that you can't miss them. It will be quite frank or obvious, but it would certainly help if you kind of align your energy, whether through meditation, through bathing, baths, nature walks. It's more where you're in a state of comfort within yourself, where you're feeling energized and filled and nourished, that you are able to recognize these messages easier from your guides. Yes, but part of your destiny is unfolding, and it's coming forth here in this year and space and time. Yeah, wonderful, amazing. I don't think we need much clarification. No, we don't. Okay, let's look into your relationships here. So first we have this image here. I feel like, before we even read the message, it's a connection of your inner voice with yourself and its clarity that allows your throat chakra to communicate effectively with other people. It's within, so without. It's the voice of confidence and firmness that that resounds so magnanimously and will resound out to the external world, which means when we are communicating with other people. If you are sound within yourself and confident, then you will be able to express that to the outer world. So it says, I nurture my dreams along the spiraling creative path to higher fulfillment, nourished by hope and empowered by inspiration. Okay. So part of that is stemming from what's coming here. Just feeling a need or a call to a higher purpose. So this is talking in regards to your connections within yourself and to your internal world and how it translates out into your external world. The next we have, a whole nother level of consciousness here is what we're getting. This is with your higher self, your third eye, your connection with divine, with higher self, as we mentioned already. And also, I sense you are getting a lot more perceptive this year. Like being to notice subtle energies in the air or even in the spirit realm. If you tap into it, your frequency is just going to be more refined. Your alignment will be more refined, and then you will be able to pick up frequencies better. Yes, and that's why we're talking about this. Also relates back to this with the alignment of clarifying your own internal alignment, so that you are so in tune and so attuned that you were able to recognize, like, oh, that's a message from spirit. That's this path is not for me. Like, I shouldn't be eating this today because it's gonna make me sick. Or it's like, I should get rest more on Saturday because for some reason I feel like Sunday I'm gonna need it. It's that kind of intuitive resonance and recognition that will be developed and enhanced in this year here. Part of it, I feel, is working on yourself in order to reach there, as we talked about already, is getting your alignments back in shape in order for you to do that. So we have here, the message is 444, Sacred Manifestation Ensured. Repeating 444s here. Angel Metatron, Sacred Manifestation Ensured. Angel Sandalphon. Okay, so very clear for some of you. Do not worry about your soul path, as we talked about. Manifestation is ensured, repeated twice here. So are the force, repeating force here, and 2 angel coming through. Yes, some of you might benefit with working with these angels. We have Metatron and Sandalphon here. So that's here and here in case you can't see it. But yes, being attuned, in tune to your guides and your guides' guidance, and trusting that they are looking out for you, because they definitely are, especially with this card. And then it will lead you and guide you to where you need to go to unlock your destiny. Okay. And let's see what this one is. Okay, it's gonna be a loving year for you. I already feel the exuberant heart energy coming from this card here, this energy here that we're tapping into. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, so before we even read the message, I feel like you're unfolding like a lotus. So much beauty, so many layers, so many, and also the idea of the lotus working deeply, growing from the depths of the mud, growing up through the water, and then emerging from the water as a splendid, magnificent flower that encompasses all the meanings of life in there. That's what it feels like. It's just your emergence as a whole here. It's a beauty to be appreciated, and it's so multi-layer, multifaceted, multi-dimensional. Yeah, so many aspects to you. It's a beautiful unfolding is what we're hearing. Okay, so I feel my heart's sacred wisdom supporting my soul unconditionally and restoring my being with deep and true love. For some of you, okay, give me just a second, sirs. Need some water here real quick. For some of you, it is connection with real love. So for those of you who are single and looking for a relationship, you don't have to do too much, because in the natural unfolding process of yourself, you'll naturally attract, right? It's like the lotus doesn't have to do anything to go out its way to attract bees and insects and people and onlookers, right? It just naturally opens. It's beautiful in of itself, and that itself draws its admirers to it. And we do get a lot of admirers here for your beauty. Not talking just about physical beauty, talking about beauty in all its multifaceted layers and forms here. And as you unfold this year, that's when you will attract that ultimate beauty, or the one that resonates with you, is the true love that comes forth. I'm also getting a message that's not necessarily for all of you. So, yeah. Okay. We might do some clarification on this, because there might be a couple of groups coming through here. Yes. For some of you, it is partnership, it is true love, it's marriage. But, yeah, for some others of you, there's a challenging aspect to it. Okay, so this is what we have with a general reading. Multiple energies coming through, so it's hard to, yeah. So there's a couple messages in regards to that. Maybe I'll parse that out in a bit, but yes, true love for some of you, and others of you, it may be more challenging aspects. Let's just put it that way, okay? All right, we'll look at that in a little bit. Let's see, finally, what's coming. Actually, no, let's parse that out now. Do we want to do it with... Lenormand or Tarot here, Spirit? Okay, we're going for Lenormand. Okay, so let's look at the true love group. That's pretty straightforward. You're finding your soulmate, your true love, and your soul tribe. So that's pretty set. For those of you who may have a bit more challenging times with relationship, I see why. What they're telling me is the reason why is because there's more self-work to be accomplished. Working with your inner self-confidence, with trusting yourself, and with also your own self-love is what's coming through. Yes. So there's 3 facets or 3 aspects that if you are somebody looking for a romantic relationship, there's 3 aspects that needs to be worked on. And believe me, nobody likes to hear this, but it's about your self-confidence, it's about your self-trust, and that deals with insecurities. It's like, oh, you know, like, do I look like somebody who I would date, and that kind of stuff. It's all mental talk, mental chatter that has been imposed upon you by society. So it's working those kinks and those aspects now, recognizing that you truly deserve to be loved because you are a beauty waiting to unfold here within yourself, and it's in that in that recognition that that will indicate that it's time, and that's when it's ready for you to experience the full soulmate and love connection that you so long desire. The main word they point me out so significantly here is unconditionally, and that is loving yourself unconditionally. That is one of the most important aspects first. So yeah, this message is for those who are still struggling with self-insecurity, self-identities, self-confidence. Can we get a word of advice or encouragement for those dealing with these issues still, Spirit? Okay. No. Yes. Okay. Let's see, one more here. Okay. For those still dealing with this issue, we have the scythe precisely. Okay. The bouquet. And the dog. Okay. So for those of you dealing with issues, it's there's no other way to straight this except cut those aspects out, or put when it rises like weeds, right? It's like negative thoughts. It's like you remove them from the garden so that the beautiful flowers can flourish. Because the flowers are already growing, they're already there, they've been seeded, but the weeds are there too. So you yourself are beautiful. You yourself are waiting to unfold this beauty that's waiting to unfold, to attract people, to love yourself unconditionally. The weeds that rise up is the mental thoughts and the imposition by society that has been and your angels are watching and guiding you as well. They really want you to know this message, as we have confirmation on the clock too about them watching for you and your connections with others with the 441 here. But it's weeding out your negative thoughts, your negative self-talk, your downplay, your down talks upon yourself, your insecurities, and the way you do that is talking to friends, reliable people, people who will encourage you, people who will recognize you for your strengths, and then work with your challenges and your weaknesses to build you up. Those are the ones that are the ones to turn to. Because, yeah, naturally you're, yes, for those of you who are still challenged by this mental aspect, it's yeah, turn to other people who are encouraging of you, whether that's your spirit guides, your spirit team, or your friends, or your family, or loved ones, your pets even. It's like the pets is a great example, especially coming with the dog hair. I also get cat people as well, but they love you unconditionally, right? They don't be like, oh, you know, like your dog or your cat or your pet's not going to tell you like, oh, I don't love you because you're too fat, or I don't love you because, you know, you don't, I don't know, shave enough or something. But anyways, yeah, so it's those kind of things that you need to weed from the insecurities, the self downplay and the negative talk, the mental talk that needs to be weeded out for you to shine, blossom, and reach the potential connections and relationships that you so deserve, because you are this beautiful bouquet that's waiting to be explored and discovered. All right, we'll leave that aspect there. So like I said, yeah, two groups. One that needs to eliminate the self-talk, cut out the negative self-talk, and the other group, you're already on your way there. Self-love, unfolding your destiny, finding your true love, it's coming on the way. Okay, and let's look at finally what is coming here. Big major shifts or changes. So we have financial freedom. You may be feeling trapped in regards to the amount of money that is currently flowing into your life. Okay, so in regards to this, now I feel a piece of kind of serenity here. It's like you are on the brink of waiting. It's like let's remove that energy. Yeah, for those of you who are, I feel like just kind of meeting your daily quota in regards to your finances, there's what I'm hearing is a boon or a bounty that is coming that is not expected, that will give you the financial freedom that will last you well into your years, whatever age you are at. Yeah, well into your 60, into your years. It's going to be quite refreshing. It's like for a good amount of you, I feel like you're comfortable where you're at. Some of you may or may not be struggling. But yeah, for a good amount of you, I feel like you're comfortable where you're at. But this extra boon, extra bounty, extra abundance, it's going to be like a spruce up in your life. Yes. And then we have false assumptions. This is simply a misunderstanding. Let go of the need to be right. Okay, what is this in regards to spirit? False assumptions. So the big major. I feel like there's a comical sense to this. It's like a serendipitous element and a comical element. As if, you know, like when you actually bump into somebody, like on the street or something, or in the grocery store. It's simply a misunderstanding. But we need some clarification. And what is this in regards to spirit? What is this energy all about? Okay, let's look into... false assumptions. Is this one leading to... Oh, interesting. Okay. Like a serendipitous accidental bump encounter that will lead to financial freedom? No, that sounds like a bit of a stretch. We're gonna stop speculating, get back to channeling, and see what the... yeah, a bit more guidance here. What is this for assumptions in regards to... I don't... Oh, okay. Now this one, do we want to take these two? Yes and no. Yes to this, no to this, yes to this. Okay. Okay, let's see here. 2, 4, 5. Perfect. That's exactly the amount we wanted. Okay, so we have the 6 of Wands. Okay. We have the 3 of Wands. The 5 of Cups. The Ace of Cups. And we have the Page of Swords. Energy of false assumptions. This next big major thing coming through. What is in regards to this next big major coming changes? I see somebody winning a competition and perceived as a certain way. Is this somebody in group 3, or is it somebody at group 3 is looking at, Spirit? It's in group 3. Okay. Sorry, group 2. No, 3. Sorry. 2. Okay. Okay. 2, 3, group 2. You are here. Keep on seeing 3 because I get mixed up with 3s here. Okay, so yeah, I don't feel like there's a heaviness with this false assumptions at group 2. It's more so like you want some sort of competition or thing, and then for some whatever reason you are perceived as holding, or like holding, like either like selfishly or gathering. It's a false assumptions, right? It's how others perceive you, as like perhaps because you won this competition, people will be like, oh, maybe group 2 cheated, or like they didn't deserve it because they're kind of selfish with their winnings. They're not really, yeah, but that's what we're getting here. It's acquiring something, acquiring a bounty, or that abundance that we talked about, that some people perceive that you don't deserve it, but it's actually, how does this resolve here? So they see you getting this bounty or winning this or whatever it is, and they have false assumptions about you, about how you don't deserve it or how you cheated your way to it, whether it's position that you acquire or attain, or a status that you acquire or attain, or a wealth, position, status, wealth, those kind of things. Yeah, but there's some sort of faulty assumptions here. And in regards to the 5 of Cups, I'm getting 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, and 5 of Pentacles here too. Interesting. Triple 5s. Well, with changes comes friction, and but what I'm getting is they kind of feel left out in the cold, I guess you could say. Yeah, because maybe they're not getting a part of that wealth or getting part of that recognition or that status because you are now in the lead, or like, yeah, so, but how does this resolve? How does it resolve for pile number 2 here, Spirit? It actually, once the misunderstanding is cleared up, then that can form a connection to something greater, to something that can be inspiring for the people. It doesn't necessarily turn out to be a romantic relationship, but it can also be kind of like a mentor guide relationship for you, group 2. So let's clarify that. Somebody sees you getting, a victory, a position, a status, some wealth, some money, and they're like, oh, group 2 doesn't deserve that. They cheated their way to it. They're being selfish with it. They're not handing out to other people. But somehow along the way, perhaps you talk to them or something gets clarified because they feel left out in the cold. It's like, why don't I get a part of that? It actually, the misconception is cleared up, and then it can actually turn into a beneficial relationship with that person or those people. It's like, oh, okay, maybe pile number 2 didn't cheat their way. They actually want to share this wealth with people, and we now apologize, or I now apologize to group 2 because there was a misunderstanding, and in the process thereof, then you can form a relationship with this person or these people and be kind of like a mentor or a guide to them. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe you're doing something in crypto, for example, and you get a huge windfall and people are like, oh, you must have cheated the system. And you're like, no, I implemented these strategies and that's how like I got so much money. And they're like, oh, okay, sorry, I misunderstood. Please, like, can you share those details? And you're like, sure, why not? And then you become a mentor to them. So that's the kind of energy we're getting here. Interesting scenario in regards to this here. But I see it can be a beneficial relationship coming out of this. And for some of you, that might turn into more than just a regular relationship. But yes, something can come out of this light-hearted, well, not light-hearted, this light false assumption misunderstanding. So yeah, like I said, it didn't feel very heavy when I tap into the energy, and it still doesn't, because it's just a light-hearted misunderstanding that can turn out to be something greater. All right, Pile 2, that was your reading. Yes, I don't think we need to clear up anything else, do we, Spirit? Yeah, your destiny is unfolding. True love is coming. Abundance is coming. Wealth, status. And then potential greater relationships are coming. Good to hear. And for those of you who still needs to work on the self a little bit, remember, just weed out the negative thoughts and continue improving and continue tapping into the unconditional love for yourself. All right, lovely stars, that was your reading. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. I wish you a wonderful magical day whenever and wherever you are. Take care of yourself, shine bright, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care, lovely stars. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. All right, so we have for 2023 here, your big major changes that's coming. We have the career aspect, the connections, and then major changes or what's coming here. All right, so let's start off with the career aspect here. We have Mother Nature, she who gives life to all, take refuge in her embrace. Okay. Ooh, okay. I feel quite refreshed in your career energy here. Is this starting something anew? It's a combination. There's two groups coming here. For some of you, yes, it is starting something anew. That's why it feels so refreshing. And for some others of you, it is a matter of kind of like hitting the refresh button on already what you got going on. Yes, whether it's in your regular job, your projects, your artwork, your projects, whatever it is you're doing, because we're using the career loosely here. We are in the 21st century, so career means different things differently for everybody. Some of you might have work at home jobs. Some of you might be doing, online businesses. Some of you might be in the office. Some of you might have a business at home. Yeah, so I'm getting a wide multitude and array of career aspects here. So there's no limitations in regards to that. But there's a new refreshing wave of energy coming forth here, and it's, for some of you, it will feel, it will be like a wave of abundance just hit, and for others of you, it's a wave of what's that feeling, that energy, that inspiration. Yeah, I guess that's the best word we have for it. It's like a new wave of hope and inspiration, or a second wind that kind of hits. Yeah, it's that kind of energy. It's the best way I can describe it in words, but it's like, that second wind, that second adrenaline rush, that it's like, okay, now I'm ready. I have the I'm ready to start, reboot, do things anew, look for new adventures, look for new ways to market my product, new ways to work, new ways to function. Very refreshing wave of energy coming through here is what I'm getting. Yes, and along with that, it's a renewed kind of inspiration and wave that's coming through. Lovely. Okay, let's look into your connections. We have ambitions with I climb as high as I can. Okay. I'm getting right away a word of warning with this. As you go into greater heights, and as you climb your way either up the ladder or in status in life or whatever, just to make sure you don't step on people's toes and climb over other people to get there. That's coming through in regards to your ambitions. But definitely it is encouraged to continue climbing. We have some strong Capricorn energy coming through here. The energy of Capricorn is kind of ever going, meeting all its challenges, no matter what setback it faces. It just keeps on going. It's undaunting. But the other side of Capricorn to take note of is to not tread or step on other people, or push them down, or step on people's toes, or just kind of like throw them off the mountain or walk over them just for your own benefit. So there's two sides to every coin, right? And that's the energy of ambition here. With, I don't know why Capricorn is coming through, but perhaps that is a message for some of you. Whether it's in regards to a Capricorn in your chart, or you're actually a Capricorn, or you're dealing with that kind of energy in regards to your connections. And this seems more like a career-oriented kind of connections, or just connections that will further advance you in your status, in your level, in your And let's look at the other ones here. We have forgiving. I leave the past behind and move forward. What is this energy in regards to for pile number 3's connections, please, Spirit? Forgiving. Okay. Okay. Don't know why Zodiacs are coming through today, but Scorpio energy is coming through here. This is not so much forgiving yourself, it's more forgiving others by forgiving yourself, if that makes sense. So here's a scenario. It's like, let's say somebody has what's that word? Slander you, malign you, yes, malign you. Basically saying negative stuff to you, or you just had a really, you didn't have a good time or falling relationship with them, and you had a falling out, and it's difficult to forgive them. But in actuality, because you keep on bringing yourself back to that situation, it's quote unquote forgiving yourself, right? It's forgiving yourself because every time you think about it or it's brought up in your mind, who does it torture? It tortures you. So quote unquote forgiving yourself is relinquishing yourself from that situation, and not necessarily not letting it bother you anymore, but able to resolve it. So when every time you think of it, you don't repeatedly torture yourself. It's like, oh, I was in a relationship with XYZ person and they did this, they did that, we never got along. It's the repeated torturing of yourself. So there's a bit of forgiveness, both in terms of, well, for some of you, in terms of the other party, and then for a good amount of you, it's also in regards to quote unquote yourself, forgiving the situation itself and moving on from it, so you don't keep on repeating it in your mind and torturing yourself. Definitely hard with human emotions. Absolutely understand. Not easy being human, because when our feelings are brought up, it just pulls and yanks us into it. But lavender may be helpful to you in terms of soothing. Like, I'm hearing making kind of like a lavender cleanse, whether doing it in a bath or like in a smudge, adding lavender to your smudge or clearing your energy will be useful. Yeah. Okay. All right. And let's look at your last relationship connections here. Curious. I follow my intuition. Interesting. Very specific energy coming through here. So 3 energies coming through here in terms of connections and what major things or aspects to kind of do about the energy coming in here for your connections in 2023. One is with your ambition, your career, making sure that you do things on an equal basis and treading lightly, so you don't infringe on anybody's freedom, because in the long term that will karmically loop back to you. So make sure that when you're following your ambition, to be in the right track, to do it with with all the right means, and not pushing anybody over or walking or over anybody. In regards to past connection relationship, this year, part of it, a major change, is going to be about working through the self in terms of forgiveness, both of others and of yourself, and just kind of moving on and shifting your energy out of that aspect. Because ultimately, like we said, the only person you're torturing in the end is yourself. If you keep on mulling over negative or relationships that have had falling outs and that didn't end on good terms, the only person that ultimately that will be suffering is the one who keep on replaying it in their mind and in their emotions. So primarily, the energy of working on that and letting that go, so you can feel more free, you can feel more relaxed, you can feel more comfortable, and then that will allow you to open to new possibilities. I see some very precise connections, some specific connections coming through here in regards to this other relationship. For some of you, this comes in all term. One message coming through here. Some of you will be reconnecting or actually connecting for the first time with relatives you had not known before. It's like, I didn't know I had an uncle or an aunt that lived in, I don't know, New Hampshire or like Zimbabwe or something. very random places and examples, but that's the kind of energy we're getting to. So that's the one type of connections, is like hearing from people that you don't expect that might have some sort of link or connection or relation to you. The other is finding very specific relationships that you will link up with. I don't get so much, well, maybe for one strand of you is partially romantic, but very limited. So the other, it feels like catered connection or sought out connections, or connections that are, well, just not of a romantic nature. Yes, we talked a little bit about the some of you, it could be romantic, but romantic in the sense that you've had your eye on somebody, or you had your intentions about somebody, and yeah, it's a very curated kind of connection. It's a very specific beeline kind of way. It's like, oh, I thought about this person for a while now I'm gonna make my move and advancement. If we're talking about the romantic realm, that's kind of like the energy that's coming forth for it. The other energy is more prevalent, more so, is that kind of serendipitous but very precise energy as well. It's like somebody you don't know seeking you out. Yeah, somebody you don't know seeking you out, but they know more about you. That's why they are seeking you out. Okay, interesting. Yes. Oh, okay. Let's see. We might need some clarification on this. This is pretty straightforward. That's pretty straightforward. Yeah, we'll take some clarification on that now, actually. Yes. Okay, so Spirit, can we get a little bit more information about these connections for Pile3, please? Okay. Can we get a little more information about these connections, these specific ones that are seeking out Pile3 in 2023 here? Okay. So let's see. Yes and no. Okay. Yes in the first card, no in the second. We will. Yes, and also no. Okay. And can we get one more card, please? Okay. All right. So in regards to these connections, we have the Nine of Cups. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. We have Strength. And we have the Page of Pentacles. What is the energy of this Page of Pentacles here, Spirit? It's gonna make you feel like a kid. It's gonna make you feel giddy. Okay. So a lot of you here are probably curious about romantic connections because that's what's coming through here. So we talk about a couple of those scenarios, but yeah, strong feeling here that you kind of kept to yourself hermit mode for a while now, and now that the connections are kind of circling in, this is Nine of Cups, right? So which coming through true. It's interesting dichotomy here with this Nine of Cups. It's like you kept yourself and you sent out the wish and the vibrations like pulling and attracting in all these connections, but the enduring one is the one that will last. So, oh, okay, I see. So these curated connections, or the ones, it's like all these connections are seeking you out very specifically. There's something you are offering, or just something that is attractive to you, like they're being drawn in like moths to a flame is one example we can use. But it's more so there's something you're emitting that is drawing them in. But as appealing as all these connections seem, follow your intuition, because the one that is most enduring, the one that keeps on passing all your tests, all your check marks, is the one that makes you feel giddy like a kid, the one that makes you feel like you want to talk to this person over and over again, that lights you up every time you see them, and intrigues you and stimulates you intellectually, and piques your curiosity. That's the enduring one. That's going to be the one that you are seeking out for. So with a clarification here, we have getting strong vibes with that romantic aspects for those of you curious. Yeah. Okay, let's see what major changes or what major energy is coming in 2023 here. This we leave open to see what Spirit has to say. And we have remember what I mentioned earlier about Capricorn energy? We have eclipse in Capricorn. I did not know what was going to show up. I don't know what any of these cards were, actually. Lovely stars, because they are pre-shuffle, but I have not looked at them. So yeah, we have eclipse in Capricorn. Okay, interesting. Re-evaluate success and new direction in 34. Might be an age for some of you, but yeah, we were talking about Capricorn and a bit of Scorpio energy here. If we get Scorpio in this, feel like we're not, but who knows. Definitely got Capricorn energy coming through. Yeah, eclipse in Capricorn. So Capricorn season is not until like a while, I think. Just got a weird sound. Okay, give me a minute. Okay. Anyhow. Yes. Reevaluate success. New direction. Is this in regards to group number 3's ambitions? This will allow you to look at things in different light, different ways. When we're talking about Capricorn, we're talking about Saturn, which is a very fixed energy. Saturn is a ruling planet over Capricorn. So yes, very kind of fixed energy. Yeah, Saturn is all about structure, about obligations. So there's something to reevaluate when things are not going your way. Okay. And that's why we have this refreshing new wave that's coming in to allow you to feel renewed, to feel kind of structured, to reevaluate, to look at things in a different light, in a different way. I want to say spring timing. It's coming through here. Yeah, something about spring timing is coming through here. Spirit might lead you into other options, other possibilities for you to reevaluate when things are not working. It's almost like the ram here, right? So when the ram on the mountain, it's like the ram requires a lot of changing of its course. The mountain is so steep and so rugged, but it's able to look for the points where it can gain leverage climbing up that mountain and that slope, and it constantly readjusts itself in order to get the best position to keep on climbing up that mountain. And that's the energy we're getting here. It's like making tiny adjustments along the way all the time, constantly, instead of staying fixated on a path. It's okay to be looking forward to a goal, but that's different than being fixated on like, I must take this path to that goal. It's like, well, there are other paths that are possible. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So Spirit might send something your way to reevaluate your pathways to get to the goal where you're trying to reach. And we have Eclipse in Taurus with a change of heart and reevaluation. A change of heart and reevaluation. Interesting. Okay. Yes, goes along with this new direction energy. And look, reevaluation twice here. So yes, when things don't go a certain way or Spirit presents something else to you entirely differently, don't be so quick to reject it, because it might actually work out in your benefit, in your favor. Because we have here, it's almost like looking through rose-colored glasses and you only see this very small section of the flower field here, when you have a whole rich flower field and a whole background Spirit's offering you to look at, but you're just seeing in this very myopic, very limited center view. It's like, I must reach my goal only via this path, or I must reach only this goal. And Spirit's like, well, you might have a change of heart, or you might want to reevaluate, because better things might be on the horizons. Are we allowed to look into... Okay, they're saying yes, but let me get a drink of water first. Otherwise, I won't be able to talk. See, I'm already starting to dry out here after a couple of piles. Okay, so let's look at... Yeah, let's look at the potential for major other goals or pathways we have coming for you here, lovely stars. Okay, Spirit, so for pile 3, please, can we get some clues, hints, indication of what potential can be coming for pile 3 that may help them reevaluate or shift their paths? Oh, okay. Well, we are gonna take these. Okay. And can I get one more? None of those. Okay. Can we get one more, please? No, this one. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's see. We have 3 of Swords, definitely reevaluation and forgiving. Okay. We have 2 of Swords. There's no wrong way. Interesting. And we have the Fool. Interesting. Very interesting. Speaking to 2 different sectors, one about relationships and 2 about projects, a potential career, or some kind of things you started, created, or even a direction or a path that you want to take, that you either have already embarked on, or something you started on, embarked on, and now you want to go, you don't know whether you want to take it in another direction. Let's first speak to the relationship aspect. Healing from the past, the forgiving we talked about earlier, will give new growth, beautiful growth in the future here. Yes. It's your experience. It's your experiences. It's interesting. Your experiences that has an expiration date, that has expired, to move on from that, to shift into creating something new. It's like you don't have to throw away your experiences, right? Or your memories or your feelings thereof. Just the nature of being human is to experience all that and to make something beautiful out of it. So for some of you, that is the reevaluation or rediversion of where your pain, where your emotions, where your feelings can go. Redirecting the blood flow into the energy or the life force into creating something more beautiful, instead of just keep on directing it into like, oh, so and so did this to me, it wasn't a good relationship. You can change the course of the energy. It's like, well, that experience made me stronger, or that experience made me learn I don't want to be with this type of people that exudes or have these kind of characteristics, or it's just not where I am in life. So it's a redirecting of that energy that will make it more beautiful. On the other hand, for those of you with a certain goal, a certain decision, a certain thing, it's like, I see you can go no wrong way. As long as you follow your intuition, you might have two choices, two options, two paths, but I see this person smiling, being very comfortable and like floating on air as well. She's like, even though she's undecided, the thing is, you can't really make a wrong decision, is what Spirit's telling you here. Spirit's just saying you might have a change of heart. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's negative or positive or one way or another. It just is. And I see here, if for some of you making two different decisions or going back and forth on something, I see you embarking on a new energy, that refreshing wave of energy we talked about. And I see you holding these two options both in your hand. So it doesn't have to be one or the other. Perhaps it could be both. Perhaps it could be something else entirely altogether. But yeah, there does not need to be any kind of struggle, mental struggle, in regards to decisions that you feel like you are obligated to choose, or goals or pathways you feel obligated you have to take. Interesting how these cards also coincide with these as well. The pain in the past have made you put into hermit mode, kind of not noticing advances or offers coming to you, but having the strength and resilience to go within and your intuition allows you to be open to new possibilities here, and to look at things from a new, more giddy, childlike perspective. All right, absolutely wonderful, lovely stars. Great things to look forward to. A couple of things to work on that will help you grow and see things in a new light. But overall, a very refreshing wave of energy, and also a redirecting of energy where it is needed. Major wonderful things to look forward to in 2023 here, and I'm looking forward to many more readings with you all. So on that note, if you enjoyed the video, please consider give a like, subscribe if you've not already. I'm wishing you a wonderful, magical day. Take care of yourself, shine bright, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye, lovely stars. Hello, Pile4, welcome to your reading. Alright, so let's look at what 2023 has in store for you. We have your career aspects here. So that could be any personal endeavors, projects, your job, literally your career, working with other people, and your connections here. And then major big changes coming, blessings, challenges, things like that. So let's dive into your career aspect here. We have clematis. Okay, clematis. Working together in terms of unifying to overcome obstacles and sharing a common goal. Okay, then we have feverfew. Okay. Feverfew. What's the energy coming through here for feverfew? For group 4, please, Spirit. Few of the hands, more the many. Or more the hands, fewer. Yes. So career-wise, both are speaking in regards to unified effort. Yes, collaboration is a big aspect of that, but I see like a huge community here. It's almost like what is that thing called? A house building project. Okay, I don't remember the term exactly, but when a group of people come together to put up a house, yeah, and it's a whole community event, like people come out with their kids and the family, and it's a whole big thing. I forgot the term specifically, my goodness, but you get what I mean. In terms of your career, I get a huge community aspect here. A lot of community energy coming through, working together, lessening the load. Many hands make the work easier. Yeah, so overall, just a lot of that. Collaboration, unity, working together, outreach, groups, yeah, working together to overcome obstacles here. And also reaching the community on a broader sense as a whole. We might go back to this with tarot for some clarification here, but that's the primary energy I'm getting with this. Yes. And let's look into your other areas. I think you're the only group that I feel called to move on from that, and we'll go back to it later. Okay, so let's look into your connections next. We have reflections. What you contemplate can actualize. Okay. This is reflecting about people in your life and connections you already have. What to let go, what to keep, who is like in close, in your inner circle. Yeah, those who share the same values, those who resonate. As you go on through life and you, perhaps in a larger community, you start to see those who you resonate with more, or those who share the same values, the core values. And it's like pruning. When you prune a plant, right, you just naturally cut out things or connections that are no longer beneficial to the plant overall as a whole. So connections that are no longer resonating with you will naturally just fall out its way. Okay, let's look at the other connections here. Receptivity with allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. Okay. Okay. Getting a very cute energy with this. Allowing yourself to give and receive. For those of you who are single and looking for relationships, it's allowing yourself to receive that kind of like gifting presents, like simple small things like flowers or chocolates or whatever have you, or whatever your date or whatever your and this is just a broad energy in general of what people want to give to you. Yeah, it's the allowance of that energy to be received that will make connections grow, basically. Yes, but if you're going to, you don't have to play coyish and be like, oh, like you shouldn't have brought me this, you shouldn't give me this and that. No, it's like letting those things go, allowing yourself to receive on that aspect. So for some of you, that might be in terms of like, I see a lot of dates, a lot of ventures, a lot of playing the field, being open. Yes, if you are single or if you are looking for a relationship, it's a matter of just being open, being receptive, playing the field, enjoying your time, having a good time. Yes, and the other aspect in terms of closer connections, it's naturally just refining what you are, what your values and what your core beliefs, values, judgments are, will naturally kind of people will naturally fall either out of your life or into your life. It's like, oh, and I'm finding a new group that I'm connecting with or new people I'm connecting with. Yes, but everything in 2023 so far for your group has a lot to do with connections with other people and community. Okay, let's see the major big things that is coming for you here. It's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. And this card came flying out for you, so okay, I see when the clock strikes midnight, the magic will happen. Kind of like a reverse Cinderella. It's like your timing's almost there, but when it strikes, you can see the light hitting here on the clock hand. So whatever you've been waiting for, working on, even I hear even funny we're getting Cinderella reference here, waiting for your Prince Charming to arrive. In terms of looking for a relationship, it's divine timing, and the wait is almost over. The wait is almost over. It's about to enter its phase when you're ready to connect. And as you drop out the energies that no longer resonates with you, the energies that will ring true is what I'm hearing. The energies that will ring true will come to you. So yes, when you are being offered gifts and presents and little, unexpected things or things like that, be receptive to it, be open to it. These include invitations that may lead you to your significant other, and receiving helping hand as well. When somebody invites you to an event, go for it. When somebody, it's kind of like a yes man, yes woman kind of energy. It's like, oh, do you want to do this on Saturday? And perhaps usually you feel reluctant. Like the encouragement, it's like, be open, be receptive, be open to potentials and possibilities. So go for it. Say yes. When it comes in kind of those serendipitous kind of form, it's like coming out of the blue and unexpected. More so rather than like if you plan something with a friend and you feel tired and you just want to stay home, then yes, of course, stay home. But but when it comes out of the blue and like your friends like, oh, here's a I don't know, an event I'm going to. Do you want to come? Then yes, Spirit's saying like be open to that. Okay, so yeah, we need a good amount of clarification here. So let's start off with this, which I'm feeling called to use the tarot to clarify. Okay, so Spirit, in regards to their career, project, finance, things that they are working on, we want to know it's just a bit of clarification and information about this aspect. What are the helping hand? What are the community? Let's be precise with our questioning here. We know you're working together as a community on something, but perhaps linking these two. What obstacles are we overcoming? Or what relations are we dropping? Yes. Okay, there's one. Okay, what? No. Get a bit more information about this. Okay, and let's get one more card here. Yes, thank you. Okay. Oh, that's a lot more than I expected. Okay. We have the Ace of Clouds with overflowing. Among the crowd, you will find your soul tribe. The Magician with the endless waters. The Chariot with the flow. I see this dragonfly just ticking off. Judgment with the deep unknown. The Lovers with the enduring union. And the Four of Wands or waves with sanctuary. Yes, all giving very similar messages here. Thank you, Spirit. And great how they line up kind of with each section as well. Pretty straightforward. That's really cool. Yeah, so let's line them up here. Okay. So first of all, yes, we're talking about the community sense here. We don't get so much about the challenges of the career aspect here or what you're working on. We're getting more energy of the connections that you will be building that will make you feel a lot more imbued with imbued with strength, with encouragement, with empowerment. It will make you feel very empowered, invigorated, for lack of better words. It is what's coming through strongly. So a lot of community, a lot of sense of connection and wholeness, but at the same time, within all those connections, I guess it's like a big, huge support group as a community is. It will make you feel very empowered. It will make you feel very standing out, very strong, very confident with yourself. So yeah, whatever career or project or direction you're working on, or whatever you've got going on, working and collaborating with other people will strengthen and empower and imbue you in such supportive ways that it will make you feel limitless. Yes, is the word that's coming through. Like the magician here, like anything is possible. In regards to the connections we're letting go of here, we see the water flowing here. It's interesting. All these three cards tied together, going from this to this. We see here the water's flowing and you're just kind of cruising along like this dragonfly, and suddenly you just take off when you feel like you're ready. It's like the course and the ebb flows. And you see how that is interesting. The image here of this person is similar to the image of this watery here, this transparent. It's like you can easily navigate in and out when you encounter, when you get to the depths of yourself and knowing who you are and what your resonance is, and rising from the depths and plunging deep into the inner core of what you are, knowing what that is, connecting with yourself, with your higher self, with source, knowing exactly who you are, what you're meant to do, what you want to do in life, will allow you to navigate among people so easily. It's like when you talk to somebody, you're like, no, this person I'm just not vibing with, moving on with my life. It's like, and then talking with some other people, it's like, oh, these are the group of people I want to have in my life. These are the people I want to have in my inner circle. That's because you've gone to the depths of knowing yourself so greatly that you can navigate the waters of people and connections so smoothly. And in due time, as we got a lot of flirtation energy here, right, with the dating and the receptivity, receiving gifts and chocolates, roses, flowers, things like that, it will form an enduring union or lead you into the potential of an enduring union with the lovers here, into a potential relationship. And also part of that is the knowing the depths of yourself and resonating in such a unique vibration that you are, that others who are resonating there, or your soul partner or your soulmate, will resonate and tune into that frequency and naturally find its way to you. And in regards to all of these areas, in your career, your projects, your connections, it's the magic hour, as we talked about with the reverse Cinderella here. It's like when the clock strikes midnight, it's not like everything will just, like I said, it's a reverse Cinderella, so everything will magically come alive, come true. It's going to be your time to shine, and it will give you a lot of rest here, like from the maddening crowd. You can see this little fish just gonna tuck in here, comfortable, enjoying its life. We have Four of Wands with Sanctuary. So Four of Wands is about home celebration, and you'll be very comfortable in the state of where you are, because I feel like you've gone through the depths of the work, or if you have not, that is the encouragement in 2023 here, to go into the depths by connecting and finding who you resonate with, who you do not. And in the process of going deep within yourself, then that will bring you the satisfaction, the comfort, the sanctuary, the home, the magic of just being at peace and resonating so precisely, so exactly where you are, with knowing who you are, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish in life, and getting there effortlessly, flowing effortlessly. Now I see why this deck also came to your pile here with the Flow Tarot. So that makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's wrap it up with your Lenormand here. So it's the Lenormand / Oracle. And we want to get, okay, Spirit wants to give you one card for each section here. So for card number 4, please, Spirit. Can we get a final parting advice or like just words of encouragement? Not this one. I feel like this one goes here. Okay. Final word of advice, encouragement for part number 4, please. Not this one. Wait, this one? This one. Yes. Okay. Okay, so for the career sector, we will finish up with timing. Oh, and I don't see this so much as time, although we do have time. We see this not only as time, but as I see this as like a steering wheel on a ship, steering you, guiding you in the right direction, straight towards the sunset. Perfect. So yes, do wait on the timing a little bit, but you are heading in the right direction. I see like northbound, or I mean like to your north node, North Star. This ship is heading straight directly there. Oh, okay. And that's crazy. They're both at like 11. Okay, wow. Talk about synchronicities. Okay. And for the connections, actually, we have path. Path. Towards star-cross, star-destined. But I feel this path is not only leading you towards a certain path or person. I feel it's very open, actually, is the feeling we're getting from it. The world can be your oyster. You have the free will to choose who you want to connect with, even though you will naturally fall out of resonance with those who you don't. I see you have the option, a lot of options open here. Yes, there may be a true soulmate of sorts, but we're talking about like more like platonic, non-romantic connections here. There are many ways and many people to connect to it, that you don't have to limit yourself. The whole world is your oyster, is what we're getting with this card here. So yes, you don't have to be everybody's friend, you don't have to be everybody's best friend, but you certainly can have a lot of acquaintances and connections, yeah, and have fun in the process. That talks about multiple dates as well. You can date a bunch of people and not get married to all of them, and have, yeah. Do not need to beat that point any further, thank you. And then we have what's coming here is shadow, integration of shadow. You see the stars here, also within here. In regard to shadow, okay, yeah. Quote unquote more shadow work. It's not so much shadow work per se, it's more so polishing what's already there. As I referenced this before, I say that we are all like diamonds within our pure self, right? The depths of ourself, our inner self, our higher self. We are already perfected diamonds as it is. As we go throughout our lives and our worlds and our incarnations, we accumulate dust. Our experiences can be like dust, and the negative residual energy that hangs on, or how we perceive ourselves, or the thoughts that we tell ourselves, like we are XYZ. Those are the dust that accumulates on the diamond, and all you have to do to get back to your natural self is to brush off the dust one by one. Sometimes, you may have accumulated a lot and that takes more dusting, but ultimately it's a matter of what's already in there, what's already pure in there, And it's not a matter of rejecting your shadow or just embracing totally the light. It's more so the incorporation. It's funny, I've been thinking about this concept recently, or how to convey it to people. Is if we are forever in the duality of light or shadow, we will never know unity. We have to transcend beyond that, because that's the duality that exists in this universe, is yin and yang, light and dark, shadow, light. One does not need to be in separation of others. It's in the realization of the actuality and totality of both incorporating your shadow and your light that you are truly unified, that you move and transcend beyond the duality. It's like, I don't need to reject my shadow. I just need to shine light on my shadow. It's like, I don't need to focus. I don't need to be consuming of the light. It's like, rather, I let the shadow embrace the light. Because what happens if you end up chasing duality, whether you work purely for the dark or you purely for the light, it's like that symbol of yin and yang, right? When yang pushes so much, when light pushes so much into yin, into darkness, then it becomes darkness. That's the 2 points on the yin and yang symbol. And vice versa, when yin or darkness pushes too much into the light, it naturally, eventually, in terms, comes out and transforms into light. So we're talking about transcendence of duality here. It's incorporating your shadow and your light together, where you will transcend duality to go back into totality, into unified source. And that's where you really find sanctuary. It's not fighting your darkness. It's not just being in happy all the light all the time. It's realizing that darkness and light exist simultaneously and coexist independently but together. And then realizing and then recognizing and transforming into that unity is where you go beyond light and dark, where you go into totality and just being. So it's this incorporation aspect that is to grow and to work on in 2023. Absolutely amazing message to finish with in regards to this shadow here. Even here we can see the light within the shadow, but not exclusive of one or the other. All right, lovely stars. Amazing things to look to in 2023 here. Timing's right, your course is right, keep going. Your connections will flourish. The connections that were not beneficial to you will naturally fall out. And 2023 will be a year to work on the magic that you are, which is totality of all that is, to transcend beyond this thoughts of light and dark, or like duality in general. We're talking about third eye, which is a union of duality here. And that's from the third eye, that's when you go to the seventh chakra and to source. All right, lovely stars. That was your reading. If you enjoy it, please leave giving the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. I wish you a wonderful magical day wherever you are. Take care of yourself, shine bright, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye, lovely stars.